This is your Power Echo Show with Julie Syl Kalungi of JulieSyl.com, and today we're talking about productivity. And what have you done to produce the results you started the year with? Those resolutions, that vision, that mission, those goals, that to-do list, whatever you did at the beginning of the year. How are you doing right now? How's that going for you? Have you got to where you want to be this quarter? Did you set some goals for this quarter of the year? January, February, March. We are on the 19th. We are on the brink of ending March 2018. We are on the brink of getting. Thank you, blessings. Thank you. So here's the deal. I've written a full blog post on how you can self-audit every year, every quarter, every month, if you like, every week, if you bloody feel like. So I'm not going to go into those details. I just want you to understand that it's not to be used as a self-beating. You're not supposed to berate yourself and flagellate yourself like that guy did in the Angels and Demons or whatever. You are supposed to let your mind know that you're in charge and we're supposed to get this shit done. Stuff. Sorry. It's essential that you do a self-audit every week. That means you have a record of what you do every day. That means, because if it's not recorded, it is a pie in your sky brain. So that means it is just a dream. And there are lots of dreams sleeping in the cemetery. That's not my saying. I borrowed it from God knows who, but I know it is the truth. So you want to write your vision, mission, plan, action list. And when you write your action list, I want you to stop writing it as a chore, because that brings the resistance into your day. I want you to write it as a result. When you're writing in your to-do list that you're going to exercise, I've said this before. Instead of saying exercise 30 minutes, write body beautiful size 10. Literally, you're writing the results you want. You're telling your body, you're throwing it out there in the higher consciousness. You're telling the universe, I'm ready for my size 10 shape. I'm ready to look ripped and sexy. And that's the result I'm looking for. Nobody likes to exercise, but everybody likes to look sexy on the beach or naked. The presumption is, if you do not know what you need to go clean the shit out of your brain, clear that glass, the window of your life, and get obsessed with what you know you should be doing and walk into your life purpose. Assuming you know your mission and assuming you know what you want, then you want to get desperate about that. Because let me tell you, so many people, even here on Facebook, talk motivational quotes flying all over the screen every day. I wake up, there's a ton load of notifications with people motivating me Monday, Tuesday up to Monday, and telling me about how life is meant to be, and YOLO, TOLO, GOLO, YODO, everything. They're telling me motivation. But are they motivated? No, because they are not bloody desperate about the situation. When you are desperate, you bring desperate means to change the situation. So you need to create some desperation in your mindset so that you can get out of your ass and get to do the actions you need to do to produce results. That's what you gotta do. My name is Julie Syl Kalungi. I'm a mother of 2, wife to 1. I live right here in Liverpool in my home. I am the co-founder of Jules Cowpoly Jet Set Academy, and I'm also the co-founder of PK Jules World Travel Swag Lifestyle Fun Freedom. Freedom of choice. That's where we are at. And I love to uplift you, to inspire you, to kick your butt into getting results that you need. So, thank you, blessings gift. I love you, kid. I love you. So let's get you producing results today. I know that all of you want to get 2018, the year that you stand up on a pulpit somewhere, whether it is on a public stage, in a church, or on the street, wherever, and tell people, in the year of the Lord, 2018, my life changed because I did something. Now, what's that something you need to do? Let's talk about it. Like I told you, I already wrote a full blog post on my blog, JulesCowpoly.com. If you go on the sidebar and you type the word self-audit in the search bar, you will find a full blog post with an audio, a video, and a ton load of amazing cuisine about how you can do a self-audit. So that's out the way. We're done there, right? You're going to go to my website, juleskalpali.com. If you just go type that in your nice browser and type the word self-audit in the search bar on the blog, and you'll find a piece of amazing cuisine that talks about how you can do a self-audit every week, month, quarter, half year, and year. So you will never be in a place where you don't know where you are at, you don't know the results you're getting, you don't know, because people who don't know the results they're getting are underperformers. And I want you to perform. I don't want you to be underperforming, because when you underperform, you underachieve, you underlive, you get into survival mode instead of living your life. And your life is to be lived. I mean, it's beautiful to be alive at this time in the world, because the world is changing at a breakneck speed. So let's talk about productivity. Number one, these are the things you're going to do. Cornelia Nut Sugar, how you doing? SE Club, whoop, whoop. Let's talk about the number one thing you're going to do. The first thing that's going to help you change your life this year, before we go into halfway there and you're thinking, where has 2018 gone? Is you're going to eliminate time vampires. There are some vampires. They are wolves in sheepskin. They are your time sucks. They literally attach their proboscis onto your time and they suck the heck out of it. Eliminate them. I'm talking about people. I'm talking about activities. I'm talking about apps. I'm talking about social bloody media. I'm talking about your phone, WhatsApp. I mean, YouTube videos all over the place. I mean, who started this thing? I'm talking about all those. I'm talking about Facebook lives that don't serve your vision or mission. Unsubscribe. Those whingers, those moaners, those who don't seem to have a mission for their lives, those who have nothing better to do than come to you and complain about everything. The government, the road, the hospital that they've not been in for the last 20 years, so they don't even recognize that they are bloody healthy like a horse. They talk about the tree on the road. They talk about the winter and the snow. They talk about everything but what they are not doing, which is producing. They don't see that because they never look in the mirror. Unsubscribe from those. They are time vampires. Eliminate them from your day and you'll have more time to focus on what matters to you. Refuse to take on other people's emergencies. Honestly, people, someone calls you at 6 in the morning and they are somewhere in a different time zone, and maybe in their time zone it's 9, 10, 11, and they know it's 6 o'clock in the morning for you, but they're calling you anyway because they have an emergency. And the minute you participate in other people's fallouts, you have owned their emergency, and they'll blame you if they don't get the results they're looking for. Absolutely. So refuse to operate in an endless open house. You're not an open house. You are a divine being with a purpose. Why you're on this planet, you were placed on here for a purpose, and you have not yet found it. That's why you are open to everyone. You're endlessly open to everyone's drama, fallout, emergencies, pseudo emergencies. I don't know, all those things. Exactly, Cornelia. You're in time, Bukenya Sam. You're always on time. So refuse to do that. It's very simple. When you receive a text message, WhatsApp, email from somebody claiming to have an emergency, ask them a very simple question. When is the deadline? When is it that you must fall off this planet if we don't get this thing done? Give me that date, time, minute. Once you've done that, I might push your emergency up my list of priorities because, my dear darling, today is booked fully and I have got things to do, even if you've got nothing to do, because it's not your bloody emergency, so why pick it up? Now listen, you have people who are close and dear to your heart who you have to pick up those emergencies because you want to. Nobody ever said you have to, but you have a sense of responsibility, sense of sisterhood, brotherhood, motherhood, fatherhood, sense of parenthood, sense of friendship to help those people out. Again, make sure you have breathe, look at your diary, unprioritize some things, and make sure you have rescheduled them for a different time, and then let this person know, okay, I'm free at such and such a time and I'm ready to handle or help you or reach out to you. Mindset Uganda, I see you. High five. So that's the thing. Unsubscribe. Just because somebody calls you at 3 in the morning and tells you that their pet pooch is screaming murder, and this person has not called you in 18 bloody months, and today you're the sucker they are hitting up because they know if I call Julie at this time, they're gonna wake up, they're gonna drive to wherever I am, and they're gonna pick me up. I don't know if I've told you the story of a friend I used to drop everything for, as in they would call me and I'd be out there. they'd send me a text message and I'd be, let's do that already. I'd put aside everything and do. And one time I was stuck with my car with a flat tire. I'm only 5'2", so I can, by the way, change a tire in 15 minutes flat, but I didn't know how to do that at that time. She taught me a good lesson. I called her and I'm like, would you pick me up and such a place? It was about 20 minutes from where she lived. And I was like, would you please pick me up and take me to my mechanic so we can pick him up and he can fix my car. Now, like I said, I'm using my size as an excuse, but hey, you can take it wherever you want. And she was like, I had a late shift last night and I'm really tired and I don't feel like coming out now. It's cold and I'm going for a night shift again tonight and I really can't come out. So she literally did not buy into my emergency, despite the numerous emergencies I'd brought into her life. And basically, she told me right there and then, you do not rate very high in my life. And I thought she was a great friend. And from that day, I knew who exactly my friends are. They live inside my roof. Everybody else outside of my roof, they are my sister, my brother, my auntie, my uncle, but their emergency will never be my emergency because I know what matters. Now, when you know that, people call you harsh, people call you hard, people call you all kinds of names, but guess what? They don't call you at 3 a.m. or whatever, usually to hit you up for money or something. So, that's number one. Eliminate time vampires and time sucks from your life. You can do this by hiring a virtual assistant who manages your media and social media. You can free you to focus on the things that matter to you and produce income for you or produce the relationships you want. A virtual assistant based in Bulgaria, Pakistan, Philippines costs literally a pittance. If you're in Europe, USA, those areas, you literally don't pay them much, but what you pay them, and by the way, don't get guilty, don't pull the guilt one, because you will definitely be able to pay them enough and free your time, and you'll be able to make whatever you pay them in 1 hour of your shift. 1 shift of your hour, 1 hour, you're able to pay your virtual assistant. 1 hour of your shift, you pay your virtual assistant enough to do the social media and free you to do what you need to do. And let me tell you why you need to free your social media time. T. Adams, how are you doing? I see you, darling. Because social media is one of the biggest time sucks for most people who don't know how to manage their time and produce results in their lives. Social media, when we talk social media, we're talking about Twitter, predominantly Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, absolutely Facebook. For some people, Pinterest. Turn off social media and online notifications. I'm not even joking. Turn off social media and online notifications. You know, some people who are always like that. They have no life. They have no life. They can't do nothing in peace because they don't give themselves no peace. Turn off the bloody social media notifications, online notifications, email notifications, WhatsApp notifications, tweets. Turn them off. Turn your phone on silent while you're busy getting your stuff done, which produces results. And guess what? People don't really care. People don't care. People don't care whether you're on social media or not. They don't. But when they spot you on social media, they're going to come to you and bring all their little emergencies. And sometimes you're teaching people how to respond. Manage your reputation. People will learn how to respect your time. And they will be grateful when you get back to them. They will be grateful. I pile a number of people under a certain list. They are the hello, hi list. Some of them I don't really want to block them because they are relations, and I put them on a list. And once a week I go and I say hi. Literally I just say hi to them all. And some of them didn't even notice I last said hi a month ago because they've sent me 20 highs and they don't really know, because that's how it happens. You have reported already, Mary Buchanan, high five. Exactly. They'll have figured out a solution, T. Adams. So don't buy into people's dramas, emergencies, and pseudo-emergencies, and their whinges and their fallouts and their don't operate an open class 24-hour call center, because you're not. Don't operate that. Your time is valuable. You are a mother. You are a professional. You are a wife. You have all these things to attend to, and they are your emergencies. not everything else. And you still have to do those money-making activities to make some moolah, pesa mbongo, dollar, pound, so that you can live the life you design. So, replace all these things with your timer and set action steps. Set your timer on your phone, make that very loud. Every 15 minutes, get off your ass, raise your energy, jump around, do some squats, do some star jumps, raise your metabolism, because that's what will get your day more productive. The more active you are, the more exercise you do, the more you will produce results. This is nothing to do with the things you're doing on your PC or whatever, but the body you live in, it needs energy all the time. And if you sit down for too long, your metabolism drops and your productivity goes down with it. So every 15 minutes, get up, spend 5 minutes stretching, jumping, squatting, dancing, switch on the music and jump around like a crazy loony. I do all those things, by the way. I don't preach what I don't do. And turn on the kettle led while it's doing this. You're jumping, you're doing something crazy to raise your metabolism, or just switch on YouTube and find a 5-minute high intensity exercise and raise your metabolism. And sit back down. Breathe, deep breaths, hold it, release. Do that for about 5-6 seconds and release all the energy that you've just done in the last hour, and set your intention for the next hour. What am I doing? You know what you're doing, you wrote it down, but set the intention to achieve it, and you will. I learned this from Brendan Bouchard way back. Sometime I think about 3 years ago, and I was like, woo-woo, but I said I'll try it, and it works. I stopped running down rabbit holes. I stopped getting diverted by all kinds of things. I knew how to. I know some of you have received that message from me when you come into my inbox and you're I'm like, excuse me, when is the deadline for that thing? When are you dying, like, already? When, if that thing's not done, at what exact date and time? And people go, huh? And I'm like, yeah. When is that deadline, when everything, the world falls down if we don't get that done? Give me that date and time and I'll get back with you with whether I can fit you in right now. And like T says, 2-3 hours later, they've found the solution. They've written you off. They think you're a nasty SOB. But guess what? They will respect you next time they have a pseudo emergency and they want to steal your time. Because when you call them, I gave you a personal example, when you call that person, they'll be like, never say, I made some moolah last night and I'm just too tired to come and pick you up 20 minutes away. How many of your Facebook, WhatsApp, Twitter, text message, phone notifications actually make you money? How much? Ask yourself that question, because this is some serious shit. You are not here for me to think that this Julie is a hard cow. I don't really care, because that's your opinion and it's yours. And if you see me as a hard cow, look in the mirror. That means you must be one to know one. But let's look at it this way. How many of those notifications that you receive add a figure to your bank balance? The answer is usually no. Because you have not created that ecosystem whereby your notifications are actually money-making follow-ups, notices of the deal that's gone through, the order that's gone through, I get those. Every lunchtime, I just switch on my phone back off silent, and I find a ton load of notifications. You've got a lead, you've made a sale, you've made a product sale, notification of commission, follow-up. Those are the kind of notifications I have on my phone. Now, what are you getting on your phone? You've got to change that. Unscheduled calls, don't pick them up. If you don't know the number that's showing up on your phone and you don't know that there's no name showing up, don't pick it up. It's not your emergency. Let them send you a text. If they've got your mobile phone number, they can text you. They can WhatsApp you. It's even easier these days. They can messenger you. Sometimes they are your Facebook friends. Let them do all those things so that you can then choose when to respond. Now, ascertain if you are available. If you're not, tell them, thank you. T. Adams, uninstall Facebook already. There you go. Good girl. High five. So, you cannot be valuable. Let me tell you something, especially for you ladies and gentlemen who have not yet settled down. You cannot be valuable unless you are not available. So if you're always available, you are not valued and you are not busy. So people will take you for granted. So unless you are in the service industry where you're meant to be available, like you're a doctor and you're supposed to be on call, even doctors get off call. That means they go home and they live their lives. Tell me, T. Adams, am I wrong? If you're in the service industry, you're a nurse, you're a doctor, you work in whatever, you're available 24/7, yeah, right? There's someone on call, not necessarily you, because you got a life. So you cannot be valuable if you're always available. Let's give you an example. You're dating, right? The more available you are, the less valuable they think you are. I'm not joking, ladies. If you're young and you're searching, or you're gentlemen, if you are always available, they do not think you are valuable. And if you're replying to every request on your time, you are not yet set a goal that fires you up. You need to set more exciting goals. You need to find goals that make you feel desperate and obsessed enough to focus so much you don't even notice when time flies, unless you set that timer that we talked about, where 50 minutes later you're supposed to get up, raise your energy, and get back to the task at hand. That's how you get producing the results from the seed you sowed in January. Otherwise, no birthing that $90 million project. Because you are not focused. You have not made it a necessity, like the air you breathe in and out, like you need to feed your body every day. You have not made it a necessity, that goal. So everybody that calls you, you're available. Every notification, you're available. Everything, you're available. I'm not available. Once I've set my morning, my afternoon, my evening social media activities, I am off social media. It is turned down and I'm off. You can't catch me. If you send me a message in the morning, chances are you'll get a response at lunchtime. And that's the truth. Harriet Chambade, how are you doing? So you cannot be valuable unless you value you. So show them. Do not believe that you can get results if you do not believe in your goals. And when you do not believe in your goals, you'll find every excuse under the sky not to settle down and do that thing you need to do. When you have a side gig and you've got a job, you're building someone else's dream, and it's great to have that monthly paycheck. But if you have a side gig that you need to build and you're actually spending the time you come home on TV, on all these other things other than focusing on the skills and the systems and the resources you need to build that side gig, focus on your job. Don't waste any time on the side gig because you have not created a necessity out of it. Mary Bukenya, you're welcome. Someone told me, I don't remember who, that consistency can only come from lack of interruption. If you're not interrupted in what you're doing consistently, you will eat from it. Some of you know what I mean. If someone is always interrupting you, by the time you get back, it is cold, it is not edible, and you think, I'll eat that tomorrow. Then tomorrow it's something else. That habit you create in you is what will create the results you're looking for. And in order to create a habit, you've got to do it over and over and over and over again, consistently, persistently, like a dog with a bone. You approach a dog with its bone and you'll see what you get. I can see you, Felicia Dramo. I see you every day. Very empathic. Florence Lubowa, I see you. Hey, Harriet, I see you. So, guys, number 2. So, number 1 is evict time vampires from your life. I've just given you the solution, the blueprint. It works on how to do all that. The things you need to eliminate, the people you need to cut out of your subscription list, the activities and habits you need to unravel from your time, and you're going to find that You have freed at least a focused hour of your day to do something that will mind you in those years when you are less able, less healthy, less vibrant to do the things. Because right now you're healthy, you can jump, you can dance, you can scream, you can do, but there will come a time when you just can't do all these things, and you don't want to be that parent, that auntie, that granny that depends on your children, grandchildren, or neighborhood for your very existence because you did not focus on the right activities. Now's the time. So, know your number. How much is your hour worth? Tell me. I want to know. There are double digits here today, so I want to see your number in the comments below. How much would you charge me if I asked for an hour of your time? And I'm not saying that you charge me according to what you think I am worth, but what you are worth, because this is a hard question. Very few people know what they are worth. So that's why you accept £5 an hour, £10 an hour, £30 an hour, because that is the value the other person puts on your time and pays you for at least the very active quality time of your day. You have to spend it with somebody else. Yes, you're spending it, you're not investing it. Because when we started this, I asked you, are you spending your time or are you investing it? So how much is your hour worth? Don't have to tell me if you don't feel comfortable, but I'll tell you, write it down in a book. And then I'll tell you, Senga Miriam second year, I see that. Triple that figure. So, if you're worth 2,500 Canadian, what is the triple that figure? That is the value of your hour. Because you're not productive 24/7. You need to cut out the hours that you're sleeping. You need to cut out the hours that you're crapping. You need to cut out the hours that you're eating. You need to cut out the hours that you spend responding to other people's fallouts, dramas, and whatever. You need to cut out the hours that you need to spend with you. How much time are you left in the day to actually produce that figure for you? Are you doing enough? Are you doing the right activities to produce that figure in your life? And that hourly figure, are you doing enough? If you're not, it's time to do something about it. Now, like I said, you've got to triple that figure. Let me tell you, while I was practicing as a lawyer, I used to charge an hourly rate, right? And we lawyers, we know how to charge for bullshit. Before you see a lawyer here in the UK, you get to pay them £200 just for just. You want to consult with me? Well, you've got to pay me £200 just so that you can come through my door and consult with me, right? I'm a lawyer in the UK, right? I'm not, by the way. I don't practice in UK. I'm just giving you an example. So, in order to go see a solicitor here in the UK, you've got to pay their consultation fee, that just for just figure of £200. You, as whatever it is you are, you've got to now put a figure on your just for just. How much should someone pay you before they even see you? And then you have to add value to you so that they can pay you to see you. And you've got to learn how to make money while you sleep. If you've not yet found a way to make money while you sleep, you're going to work for 40 years, working 40 hours a week so that you can retire and live on 40% of what it is you worked for. It is the reality. That means you could be sat on your ass in the next, I don't know how old you are right now, and wondering, how did I let my life go and why am I here? Because you did not determine your number. You let other people determine what you're worth. You went to school, your parents paid all those millions, they paid millions, by the way, for your education. You're now highly educated, and now you're letting other people determine how much you are worth because you're applying for jobs and your very life hangs on that job. You must get that job, and then once you've got it, you do everything in your power to keep that job, and you forget that you ever had dreams, that you ever had anything that what's your purpose? And many times we settle for the job And the job is good. It is your investor. It is why your parents educated you, so that you could get a source of income and then be able to invest in your own dreams. Those things you want to do that fire you up. Those giftings you want to develop. What are they? Do you ever think about them? Or you let them get buried with your character? You have unproductive hours in the day, and I've just given you a load of them. When you're crapping, when you're sleeping, when you're eating, when you're doing all those things that don't produce an income for you. So you add that as a surcharge. And I've just given you an example. Lawyers charge you £200 just to see them, just. Yeah, you want to see me, £200. You want a letter, £200. You want my signature? Oh, that's 600. Yeah. What is your hour worth? Determine that and start working towards it. Kim Sadal, I see you. Safina Kennedy, I see you. How are you doing? Welcome. If you're not making money, this is what you need to do. I'm not talking about your job, because your job is paying you what they think you're worth. And I've just asked you some hard questions, and I'm sure there are some people who are sitting here saying, dang, in order to be paid while you sleep, you've got to do the following things. Number one, you've got to create product and content. So are you creating some products? By the way, don't reinvent the wheel, because innovation is the mother of all success. Inventors, those existed in those old days, and inventors get a lot of spears stuck in their back because nobody wants the change they are trying to bring. Become the innovator. In other words, find something that already works and change it to suit your very character. Bring something new to it and charge people for the pleasure. Create content, create products, but you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Everything's already here, and you got everything that you need to create. Yes, I hope he's laughing. I'm absolutely fantastic, Safina. I'm fantastic. So create products. Number two, your product could be the best kept secret since sex. Market it. Market your product, because you don't want your product to be a secret that people don't want to talk about in public. You want your product to be known by everybody, including the child on the street. You want your product to become like Peppa Pig. Peppa Pig. Kids, every child in UK is like Peppa Pig, and I'm like, where's Pingu? Dating myself, aren't I? Yeah, you want your product to be like Peppa Pig or Blank Panther. Follow up and close more sales. These are the activities you need to do. They are the income producing activities. Everything else is the window dressing around it that makes you smile because you feel good that you're doing it. Yeah, they are the Pink Panther. There you go, Mary Kenya. So create product or content or services. Market those products and services. You've got a free platform right here on Facebook. I don't know about you, but my goodness, Facebook has given you a platform for free. If you're not showcasing what you're doing using this very platform that you're on right now, you are missing the manna from heaven of the 21st century. Hands down. You are. Whatever your skill, whatever your talent, that dream, whatever your hobby, you can literally crack out your phone, get the Facebook app up, stick it down on something, you could hold it down with something and do a Facebook Live and tell us how good you are. And many of you just don't, because people don't know who's gonna watch me, they're gonna judge me, they'll see my pimple, they'll see my crooked teeth. I don't care. I have crooked teeth. I just don't care, because that's how I am. I love on me, and nothing can change that. So don't love on you and show people what you're made of. So follow up and close. Manage your money projects. Manage your money projects. If you have a project, even if it's bringing in $2 a day, that's money that's yours. You own it. So manage that product so that it can start producing $4 a day, $10 a day, $20 a day, $50 a day, heck, whatever amount a day. Manage your seed. You planted it, now you want to manage it. You've got to plant the seed though. So creating the product and then managing it, marketing, promotion, Facebook Live, tweet. That's when social media becomes your playground. You hit social media with your product like a ton of bricks, like some people I know do right here on Facebook, including moi. And by the way, talking of productivity, if you've not yet picked that resource in the pinned comment below, you are missing out. You're missing out. Hands down, you are. Ella Baka, I see you. I make you laugh. Set up joint ventures and collaborations. And again, you're using the best platform to do that. Facebook has given you the ability to find people who are walking the same talk as you, going the same direction as you are, taking the same journey or similar complementary journey. And therefore, your joint venturing and collaborating with them will not affect your product, because goodness me, competition is real. People compete with everybody else as opposed to the man in the mirror. So why not collaborate with those people, help promote each other, do Facebook Lives together if you can. A lot of people do Facebook Lives together that do not actually serve anything or anybody. It's just maybe brand exposure, because yeah, you are the brand and you need to expose who you are. But if you're doing Facebook Lives for the sake of just doing them, then you are your own time suck and time vampire. So use systems to delegate, to automate, to just ease and free your time and just ease the process. Because like I said, there's nothing new under the sky. There's an app for it. There's a system for it. There's a resource for it. There is, goodness me, everything is out there. Use these things. So automate your system. If your life is manual, you don't live in the digital era. Where do you live, by the way? You're on Facebook, so obviously you know about the digital era. So automate your systems. In other words, you don't need to go door to door knocking on people's doors and annoying your neighbors. Sit down on Facebook, crack out your phone, show us your bloody product, service, or what you do, whatchamacallit, and let us decide whether we like you enough to pull out our wallet, or no, we'll go buy from that Julie. Josephine Sandra Kalagida, how are you doing? Claire Mutesi, thank you. Thank you. So, these are what you do to invest your time. Harriet Chambade, you asked me, I brought the source. This is what you do to invest your time. Now, there are several other things which you spend your time doing. We've already talked about them. One of them is not actually a time spent, it's a time investment. Resting your body. Resting your body is a time investment. If you don't rest your body beautiful so that it can restore, reactivate, rejuvenate, you are literally killing yourself day by day. You need to rest your body, and that's how you're going to look like Julie Syl Kalungi before the age of absolutely. You need to get in your 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Guaranteed. That's an investment. It is not a spend. Everything else is a spend. Every time you think about washing dishes during your working day, because there are some people, every time you think about washing dishes or raking the yard or cleaning your windows, imagine like you're flushing down that sinkhole and £100 bill. Pounds are even dearer than dollars, you see. Or imagine you're flushing down a Bitcoin. That's almost 10,000 grand. Every time you decide in the middle of the working day, your most productive time between 6 in the morning and 6 in the evening, you're thinking, oh, my sink is full of dirty dishes, or my house is not clean, or I need to wipe that table. I used to be that person, you see. I'm telling you things I used to do. Every time you think you need to do those things, imagine flushing down the plug hole, $150 cash down, or burning it, or flushing it down the toilet. You don't need to do those things between 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. That's the time to do those things is between 6 p.m. and midnight. That window, that's when you decide to do the yard. Yeah, you can do that in the summer. In the summer, even in the winter, 6 p.m. Well, sometime in the winter, 6 p.m. is a bit dark, but do your yard after 6 in the evening. It's cooler. You can do it quicker because you want to get back in and eat your dinner. Do the polishing and washing everything and make your house look like Mother Mary's between 6 p.m. and 12. Because that's when you can spend the time. Between 6 a.m. and 6 p.m., you have to be investing your time in some income-producing activities, IPAS, or MMS, money-making activities. So, you need to have a system in place. If you don't have a system in place, you're not going to make money. And don't tell me, Julie, I've just started, blah, blah, blah. You create the system. You do as you're going to go forward. So you create the system in your mind. In the beginning, it's a manual system. As you make a little bit of money, go automate it, delegate it, outsource, hire a VA from the Philippines, and make life easier for you so that you can be productive in your day as opposed to doing the dime activities when you should be doing the dollar activities. You know what your hour is worth by now. If you've been watching from the beginning, you know what your hour is worth, and therefore you want to be able to make that hour work for you. So delegate, outsource, systemize. That is the key. Those three things are very close to success. They are brothers and sisters and cousins, and they hang out together a lot. That way you will not waste your return on time investment. Most people are focused on the return on investment, but time is an investment, and if you do not invest it wisely, you will not have a return on investment. So you have to focus on the return on time investment so that your return on investment is higher. You need to have systems. So I use a system. I've been sharing with you the system for I don't know how long. So you just need to go juleskalpoli.com/system. If you know my website / whatever it is I'm sharing today, I'm sharing with you a system. And if you are that smart mama or papa, I'm holding an event this summer. It's going to be virtual and physical. And in fact, my mentor said, why on earth didn't you just make it a virtual mastermind? Because A, people get to stay in their home. They don't have to travel all the way to your locality to be with you. And you get to give them everything they need. And we're all happy. And I'm considering turning it into a virtual event. That means communicating with all the people that have registered for the physical event. And I don't know how they'll take it, but we'll see. But there is a link below in the pinned comment that tells you all about the mastermind. And it's in the summer. And for that precise reason, my mentor is like, make it virtual. Just make it virtual. Don't mess about, make it a virtual event. That way, people don't have to travel. And I'm like, that's the time people need to travel. So if you're wanting to build a business from the ground up, and literally from the ground up, you might want to consider that event. It's the Branding and Clarity Mastermind, the only event you want to be at this summer. Details are in the pinned comment below this video, and you'll see the pinned comment has some resources for you. The first one is a productivity hacks and workbook that is going to help you get productive, get producing the results you need. You need to produce those results, and there's a surprise gift inside of that resource that you will get if you decide to pick up the productivity workbook as well. Nejuka Rogers, how are you doing? Mary Bukenya, you're in. Well, the resource is below. Just take a look and decide if you're in, because you can say you're in and then you go, oh, I'm not, I'm in. So understand that time and opportunity happen to us all. They happen to Beyonce, they happen to Julie Syl Kalungi, they happen to Nejuka Rogers, to Mary Mongati, to Mary Bukenya. They happen to every single one of us. Time and opportunity comes to us every blessed day. Literally every day you breathe and are alive, there's an opportunity to change your life and change the trajectory of generations to come. It's a choice. Even doing nothing is a choice. So, Beyonce, Richard Branson, Bita Ature, Kalungi, Mary Bukenya, we all have 24 hours a day. How you invest your time will determine your productivity. How you spend your time will determine the lack of a bigger balance in your bank, because the more time you spend, the less you have in the bank. The more time you invest, the more your bank balance grows. And we all know, don't let nobody tell you all that crap. Money is the currency that changes lives. It gives you choices. There is nothing wrong with it at all. It is what we attach to that money that changes the whole atmosphere around it. So any person that tells you it's the root cause of all evil is evil. So if you're productive a quarter of your day, you're doing amazing. Yeah, a quarter of 24 hours, you do the maths. If you're productive a quarter of your 24 hours, you are doing amazing. That is a very good result. So keep on doing it. Grab your productivity hacks, comments below, it's pinned. If you're not on my newsfeed, jump over to my newsfeed and find it. If we're not yet connected, well, correct that anomaly. because I bring the juice. Even when you have the questions on Friday, free training Q&As, you bring the questions, I bring the juice. Wednesdays, we talk about some practicalities of building your business. You're not yet part of the Social Creatives Hub. I jump in there at least, almost every day and just talk something amazing that helps you grow. If you're not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, you need to subscribe. Here's why. Every week, I post one video that is targeted to help you build your business. Hands down, pure value. And I make sure it's packed full of productive ideas, resources. In the description below, there are resources which help you to grow your business. So if you're not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, go on over there and help me hit 500 subscribers. Yes, I need that. I need to impact more lives, because I have that necessity, that drive to impact more lives. So let's go and hit a good triple figure. And no, 4 figures. We want 4 figures over there. And if you don't know my blog, julieskalpali.com, I share some amazing value in terms of written and audio and video content that helps you build your business. If you read my blog, you know there's no bullshit in there. I pour my soul into it. I do the research. I do the practicalities. I apply and then give the results in my blog. Always, always. Lots of resources over there. So do not miss out. Go subscribe, julieskalpali.com/jblog. And we are on the podcast. Yes. Your Power Echoes with Julie Syl Kalungi, both on SoundCloud and iTunes. Go check it out. Leave us a review so other people can find that amazing content. And yes, that's it. Rise and shine to your awesome destiny. You know you want to. Your life's waiting for you on the other side of stepping out of your own head and serving humanity. Because when you serve more people, your life will change in amazing ways. Thank you, thank you, thank you. My blog right here on Facebook, T Adams, is julieskalpali.com. You just click, you can't miss it. It is inside of my description there, julieskalpali.com. Click that link or just highlight and paste in a different browser and click on the blog. There's so many things on there. It is unbelievable. It is an amazing eclectic menu of sheer amazing tasty value to help you build your life and your business. There are various categories. When you click on the blog, the word blog, you'll find on the right sidebar a box that shows you categories, and you'll know the areas I focus my training on. And just below that box is a search bar. You just type in a keyword and you hit go, and it will just show you if I have information related to that. Literally that easy. And several other resources that you can tap into. Seriously, if you don't know my blog, now is the time to get to know it. So thank you for asking that question. Thank you for hanging out with me this Monday afternoon. Have an amazing week. Make it lit. Serve somebody and get producing results. You know you've got to birth that baby. Hi, Julie Syl Kalungi here, and I have a question for you. Do you struggle with what to do or say when talking to prospects for your coaching or online business? Not sure how to get the conversation going and move people to a point of decision? Imagine knowing exactly what to do and where to do it at the perfect time. I have been there, and I want you to get results and grow too. So your struggle is over with my 4C formula to online marketing impact and success. You can watch it and even get to download some and keep it on your desk. Never fumble again finding the words to say or what to do on a daily basis. My 4C formula will permanently solve this problem for you. Change the direction of your business. Have more people taking a look at your offers and information. Collect more decisions and build a business you love starting today. Click the link at the end of this video to get instant access. I will email the details right over to you. Click the link now.